cut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official, no negotiations needed, period. You already know WCS the first in the building. Big salute to those who are on deck. Big Blunts and Boxing is in the building. I see you, Blunts. What's good? Salute to everyone else is coming to the building. I'm trying to find I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm trying to find because goddamn it, it's pertinent to this goddamn live stream. As you already know, this fight week went down. As I'm looking for this, I'll get on Khil Cole. Khil Cole was going in there against Gallegos, and he was a heavy favorite, heavy favorite. Gallegos coming off a loss to Pacheco. I mean, it's one of those deals where, man, this was a moment where Gallegos shined big time. He came on in the mid to late rounds, and he broke him down with body work. You know, at first it seems like Cole was handling the body work pretty decent. But man, when you take people to a different level, when they start to actually see the results of their work, they start to see you break down. They see the degradation that's going on in there, and it just motivates them to just keep up and turn up the temperature. And man, that's what Gallegos did to Cole. Man, he had several knockdowns, and he ended up stopping him. It was a solid win for Gallegos, man. And Cole, he'll be back. It's only his first loss. You know what I'm saying? It was only his first loss, but that was a tough one because he was such a heavy favorite. You know what I'm saying? Such a heavy. Them the fights you cannot freaking, man, that would have been the fight to bet on right there. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't predict that it was going to go down like that. You know, Khil Cole was on a run. They had him forecast to do bigger and better things in that weight class. And it's not going to be happening anytime soon. He's going to pretty much have to take some time off. You know what I'm saying? Get his mind right. And then return back and try to fix those flaws. One of his flaws is sustaining his discipline with that jab. He got away from the jab and it was over. You know what I'm saying? He got away from the jab and it was freaking over, yo. You know, so I'm like, what happened to your freaking jab? Why you didn't stick with it? It must have been because them body shots was hurting. So he said, hey, I don't think I can make it to the end, the final tick. So I'm just going to go all with power shots right now. I'm going to go for broke, pretty much. That's what it looked like he was doing. He was going for broke. Moving on to Bam Rodriguez, man, in there with Geuvara. Shout out to Bam Rodriguez, man. Big salute. Very entertaining fight while it lasted. It's just the way he went about executing his offense early, going in there, getting it done, looking smooth. Bam is definitely a top pound for pound fighter. He is a bad mofo. I'm not gonna lie, dude is a smooth tactician in that motherfucking four corner dominion. He is that dude. I'm not gonna lie, and the way he get it done, man, it just seems so very methodical, careful. You know what I'm saying? Studious. You know, he has the whole combination, man. There in the ring, the whole combination. But congrats to Bam Rodriguez, man. He did his damn thing. And it's only up from here with Bam Rodriguez. It's only up. That's all I can say. It's only up for Bam Rodriguez. He's doing his MFing thing. Now, for others who was in there looking at the main event, I just have a question because I was criticized as if I was showing some type of bias toward the brother. But I have been on record just explaining what needs to happen with this guy. I'm the only channel that ever did a boxing FICO on Geuvara Ennis. And now tell me my shit didn't make motherfucking sense. Tell me it didn't make sense. I'm the only one that ever made a FICO, gave a FICO score on any fighter, really. But on Geuvara Ennis, of all people, I'm the only one that did a rankings. When he first bounced into the rankings and he was in 15th, I did a whole live stream on him in the rankings. Why? Because it was just some unanswered questions that I had. It was some boxes that was unchecked. I just didn't see it. I was like, something a little puzzling. You know what I'm saying? I had to comb through his resume. I say, hey, bro, you moved up 2 slots, you know, without even having a fight. You know, he was able to get to the top with all those fights and everything, and finally coming out those legal situations with Victory Promotions, Boxing Promotions, and Wow Promotion. We thought it was time for him to spread his wings and fly, y'all. So that he did. He flew right back into Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center and landed and came in with G Herb and, you know, did the ring walk. This was the moment for us, the fight fans, to see if we have something special brewing for 154. This was the fight. It didn't have to be a big name, but this is the fight that we wanted to know if Boots can, after all, step on him in and out like a robbery. It's over. All these hashtags that he was talking about, me and a lot of other people in the chat was very curious on if you can go ahead and get this done, because you are deemed, well, it might be past tense now, you were titled the Phenom. And certain people was in my chat and in DMs talking about I was hating on Boots. Now you see what I'm talking about, huh? Now it's all coming to fruition. And I did this shit a while ago. I gave him the Boxing FICO affair a while ago because people was trying to put him in a juxtaposed frame next to Crawford and saying he's ready. And people in their right goddamn mind know better than that. This is not a Crawford live. I'm going to keep it on Corinne. I want to give Corinne a salute for fighting a very tough fight. Corinne wasn't running tonight. But I want to talk about some discrepancies that I saw. Was it just me, or did Ennis put his back up against the rope as early as the first and second round? Is it just me that when it came to exchanging punches with Corinne, like we see all the athleticism that's supposed to be there, defense, right? Did y'all see those punches that Corinne was landing on freaking Ennis? And you know, Ennis landed some shots, but Corinne, of all people, the mandatory, he showed us that he wasn't just that guy that can run around the ring. He showed us that he was much more tougher than we were talking about from his previous fight. Corinne wasn't hard to find tonight. He challenged Boots and he pulled that EXP. You know, in some people grade school, they just go straight to the exposed. They don't put no S in that motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying? You got to depend on how much funding you got for the school. EXPOSED. And then some might say expose. EXSP. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? Corinne pulled that out of Jerron Ennis tonight. He pulled out an old Kodak picture that you had to wave in the light and wait till the picture start to clear up so you can see how it turned out. Now, one thing was crazy is that all the athleticism that Jerron Ennis is supposed to have against this guy, and from what he was saying, he was going to go in there and make it look easy and have fun. What happened to the fun? Corinne was lighting your ass up. Just as much as you was lighting him up, he was lighting you up. And once again, yeah, check the box. Jerron Ennis earned a knockdown. Okay, he knocked down a Venetian. Him knocking down Chukagian proves that Boots can really get it together if he have to, right? But with that said, when fighters get knocked down, the ones that fight at the elite level make adjustments so it won't happen again. Was it just me, or did y'all see it too? How Corinne took Jerron Ennis's power pretty good. And look, I have to give Ennis his props too. He took Corinne's punches pretty well, but I don't know how much power Corinne has. I don't know if he's really a solid heavy hitter. I don't know if he's a clubber. You know what I'm saying? But I think the whole kit and caboodle right here, the shit that's gonna fluster and piss people off an entire week, is the fact that they was fighting in the clinch, and Jerron Ennis absolutely did no work in the clinch. It's almost like Caleb and McCumbee. Ennis didn't do shit in the clinch. I mean, granted, Karen could have pushed him up against the ropes and then worked him on the inside or whatever. But every time Boots get in the clinch, man, his arms are not moving. You can create space, just create space. So just standing there every time Corinne was clinching a lot. But Boots, wasn't he the stronger fighter? I mean, last time I checked, it seemed like he was a more fit, athletic, stronger fighter, in my opinion. I just didn't see that strength being delegated on the inside, just like McCumbee, Caleb Plant. McCumbee wasn't doing shit on the inside, but at least Corinne was busy throwing punches off the break. You know what I'm saying? When they split, sometimes without the ref, Corinne was throwing punches. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing punches. And then, you know, Ennis would reset and then close distance and try to get back in there. But he damn near did another pirouette again, y'all. He damn near did a 180 pirouette for missing a shot. The same thing he did in the first fight, trying to take Karen out. This performance right here was not what I was expecting from Boots. I ain't gonna lie, I really wanted the brother to show out. I want to see him face somebody 47, but it seems like that's not happening because Boots just said he's moving up. I guess it's 154. Well, better yet, let's go back and let me let you listen to what Boots had to say. Okay, let's go take a little if I can still pull it up, please. I hope I can still pull it up. Listen to this, y'all.
So kudos to Karen Chukazan, who's obviously not.
I'm gonna be way better than my pop gonna be.
107, Eric Marlinsky.
Listen to what Boots saying.
109,
Boots is now talking about 154. He ain't talking about unifying 147 pound no more.
Unanimous decision, and still the IBF welterweight champion of the world.
So all the talk and mumbo jumbo gumbo, you know what I'm saying, gibberish jabberish about becoming undisputed. you know what? I get tired of seeing this, but I told y'all Boots is not going to be at the 147-pound division long anyway. It was only a matter of time because he's too big. And what did I say that live stream where I was mentioning him getting tired in the ring and why he can't push it full speed? Because he's having a damn weight cut, man. It don't seem like he's able to handle that gas tank, man, to fight for 12 rounds. But listen to the bullshit on his post-fight interview.
Geuvara, Boots Ennis.
No surprise there. One judge had it 116, 111, Sergio.
No, 116, 110.
Oh, excuse me.
And a very experienced judge is Steve Weisfeld. So, yeah, man, there you go. What we were just talking about.
Be way better than my pop gonna be.
Welterweight champion of the world, Geuvara.
What's the night?
My performance it was okay. You know, I don't know, man. I think it might be time to go to 54, yo.
Did you feel differently?
He said it might be time to go to 154. Just like I said months ago, that Boots is not having the nicest weight cut as you think, because he can't go in there and turn on the gas, man. It seems like he got a cardio issue, bro. Like he can fight in spurts, but to his potential, I don't think he's maximizing his potential on who he is as a fighter. Like, dude looks like a physical specimen out the ring in there doing this move and that move, but he can't keep that up. He takes time off. And now this fight, I guess he found out that I can't turn it down. I can't turn it on without getting tired. It's time for me to go to 54. Uh-oh.
It felt good, but I just, I feel like at 54, I'm gonna be way better than my pop gonna be how it's supposed to be. I'm getting older now. I'm 27. I'll be 28 next year.
The very first fight, you had to chase him around for the better part of 12 rounds. He kind of stood and traded a little bit more. Did you expect that?
Yeah, no, like I said, I was prepared for anything he had coming. You know, it doesn't really matter to me. You know, but I'm glad, I got the win. And like I said, I felt okay. You know, but it's only bigger and better.
This was one of those fights that was effectively forced on you. You had to defend your title against the mandatory. Did that make it hard at all to kind of train and get up for a fight like this?
Yeah and no, but at the end of the day, I wanted to be better than last time, and I wanted to get that knockout. I heard him a lot of times, and I was like rushing, I don't know, but it's okay.
There did seem at times to be a disconnect from what your father wanted in the corner and what you were delivering in the ring. It didn't seem like you were giving him what he wanted. Where was that disconnect?
I heard everything he was saying. I was just in there. I was listening and not listening at the same time. He wanted me to use more angles, use my jab more and stop standing in front, and I did the opposite.
Your offense is still among the best.
So you didn't do what your pops told you to do. But as always, it's one of those deals where we must repeat that Boots said his power is going to be much more effective and resonate better at 154. So 154 is the elevator right now. The escalator or the elevator. Boots is going to 54. Brian Norman, Barrios, Stathionis, and whoever else is going to take over this IBF. See, this is a perfect lesson that you steal a belt and you don't get no freaking value from it. You got them set up there and they sent the letter while dude was locked in a rematch, and then you get the belt and say, I got your belt, come take it. No, now you about to go to 154-pound division and you need to find a name. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to be hard-headed tonight, don't listen to what your father said. Bro, how are you supposed to, think that we're not going to criticize you for that. Come on, Ennis. This is your night to shine off a name that wasn't even considered elite. The only reason people want you to go in there and get this done in an easier manner because the way you looked in the first fight, period. It's just the way you looked in the first fight.
Best in the welterweight division, if not the best. But the second straight fight, we've seen you get hit a little bit more often than we've seen in the past. What do you need to do defensively to get better as you look ahead to these bigger fights?
Right now, it's probably the bigger names. Like you just said, you fight bottom tier guys. Sometimes you don't want to get up for them. But I know if I.
What the hell did you say? What the hell, dude? Majority of your resume you had to get up for. What the hell did he just say? Lower tier guys, you don't want to get up for. Now it's another excuse. Now you was fighting to the level of your competition. So now when you move to 54, it's going to be on and popping, and Jaron Ennis is absolutely going to levitate. Oh, he's going to levitate, y'all. Because now he's putting it off. He's fighting to the level of his competition, people. He said it's over. He gonna step on it. He gonna go in there and have fun. That's bullshit, bro. I'm disappointed in you, Ennis. I'm not here to denigrate you, right? The entire time. But goddamn it, your ass cooking in the hot grease for the whole fucking week, Ennis. Because you are coming up with excuses. You're coming up talking about, you know what I'm saying, the level of your competition now, and that's the reason why you look the way you look. No. You said that you wasn't having fun in there. So this time you was going to go in there and have fun. You're going to get them up out of there, step on them. We didn't see that.
I fight a way better guy. I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to be on point. That's what's going to make me better. Not saying he's a bad fighter or anything, but I need them top guys.
I was going to ask you about unifying these titles, but it sounds like you're ready to get out of 147.
No, I mean, if we can get one of these guys and stop playing, let's make it happen. But if not, 54, here I come.
So, let me stand corrected, because he can't make up his goddamn mind. He said if they can get one of the big guys, he'll stay at 147. But yet earlier, before you started your post interview, you was saying and acting like you was going to 54 because you just don't have it at 147. It might be a tough weight cut. You might not have the endurance. The engine doesn't run well at 147. You know what I'm saying? So, but yet you turn around and say, if you can get a champion at 147, you'll still cut weight back down. So you trying to say any other champion go in there with you, right? At 147. We shouldn't see this type of performance again, because you're dealing with the champions now. You're dealing with the high level competition. We're not going to have to deal with you fighting mediocre, low tier, subpar. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see the high ranking, the champions, and they're going to get you out of bed to train. They're going to get your thermometer to get you motivated. You know what I'm saying? They're going to elevate that hunger. Right?
This is the second straight time you've fought here in Philadelphia. For the second straight time, this crowd has shown out for you. Big crowds here to support you. What does it mean to you to get this kind of support in your hometown?
I mean, everything. I appreciate everybody that came to support, even though I wasn't a top guy. I appreciate every last one of you guys that came out. And every time I fight here, it's going to get bigger and better, and hopefully we bring a big name here. Either we come for the rest of these belts, or we're going to 54 and campaign there and collect them belts there.
You've said that 154 is a pop.
Hold right there, right quick. Hold on for a second. I'm back, people. I heard him say 154 again. So I had to let that just sit and marinate while I go and look online for Toys R Us and see if they had any freaking and goddamn some toys on clearance, because he's sounding like, you know, he need to go to a nursery first. He need to get all the goofiness out of him. That's you, Ennis. You need to get all the goofiness out of you. So I was trying to see if they had any toys on sale for Christmas. If any other Toys R Us are still open. I wanted to see that, because you just said, 54, and then if you can get a champion, 47, and then, it was a mediocre opponent, but yet you made him look like he was on your level. Forget what the scorecards look like. You did enough to win majority of those rounds, absolutely. But you brought up 54 again.
1 to 15. If you could move up next year and challenge anybody, who would it be?
Anybody at 154, anybody with a name. Like I said, I want to fight the top guys, the best guys. I want to be great. I want to be, all-time great.
Anybody with a name, y'all. ANY, body with a name. He didn't say specific names, because he's coming off this performance and where he knows goddamn well we pissed. We pissed. We absolutely pissed at this shit. Yeah, we have to call it for what it is. This performance sucked, in my opinion. It was an entertaining fight, but the reason why it sucked to me, because I really wanted Boots to set it off so he can move up to 154, move on to another unification in 147. But no, man, it's hard. I told you all, and you think I was bullshitting. I said it's going to be hard to go behind Bam Rodriguez. I told y'all that, bro. And then Gallegos, he goes in there and get the stoppage. He boosted up. You know what I'm saying? It was going to be hard to go behind Bam, bro. He gets to work. He gets to work. And Bam be putting some technical shit together with a goddamn nice, shiny bow on that bitch. I told him it was going to be difficult to go after Bam in the main event. He found out.
That's what you got to do to fight these guys. You got to put yourself out there.
Congratulations, Boots.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Eddie, we'll turn to you. Gets a win. What'd you think of that performance?
I think a lot of the problem at this level is he's going in there to try and make it entertaining with very little regard for what's coming back. I thought it was actually a great performance.
Oh, people, understand. Bam goes in there and makes it entertaining. Does he not? Jahad Tucker goes in there and makes it entertaining. There's some fighters that makes it entertaining. Even Keyshawn now. Keyshawn will stand in the pocket and make it entertaining. He will stand there and trade shots. He will try to make it entertaining, man. It's plenty of fighters that makes it entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis. Can't wait for his return. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of fighters makes it entertaining, but yet when they're doing it, it doesn't make it seem like they're struggling, though. You know what I'm saying? But, Eddie's saying he's making it entertaining, so everything that's supposed to be a plus is a minus tonight. Because if you go in there and try to make a fight entertaining and you're incapable of doing it on a high level, then they try to make it seem like you was doing something outside the initial strategy that you had before, all because it was his hometown a second time. It was packed. Okay, a second time. And it's a lot of weight to behold. Well, Keyshawn just did it. I'm just putting it out there. He did it.
Performance from Jadazian. They said they were going to give us a real fight this time. They did it. And, Boots isn't always switched on like he would be against the fighter that he has the fear factor again. I've noticed this week he's been much tighter than normal at 147.
Oh, my God, Eddie. How dare you? That's absolutely rubbish. That's absolutely rubbish, Eddie. You said you noticed this weekend that Jaron Ennis that's what you said. You said Jaron Ennis has been looking a little fatigued, tired. Did y'all not just hear Eddie say that? Is it me? Is it just me again? Or is it I'm sniffing AARP? Eddie is on board with making excuses for the fighter that they signed that's supposed to be one of the biggest names of Matchroom. He said he looked tired this weekend. God damn, if I ain't heard the cosign go wrong, oh my God. Eddie is up here talking about the cosign going wrong. For real. He looked tired, y'all. That was some bullshit. Jerron Ennis looked tired. Did y'all see him looking tired, man?
Perhaps it is time to move to 54. It's very difficult to do it when you want to win belts and you hold a world championship. But also, if it's affecting your performance, you have to move up. So obviously, there's been a lot of talks when well documented about Virgil Ortiz. It's a fight with love. It's one of the best fights in the sport. But I would still like to see him unify the division. We've got to talk to Bozy, talk to Jerron, and see how long we can stay around at this weight. He's entering the prime of.
I like what he's saying right there. Let's talk to Jerron and Bozy and see how long they can stay at the weight. I like that talk. I can appreciate that. The real talk. I can appreciate that talk right there because all we want to see is one freaking fight with you unifying the freaking 147-pound division. And let's not forget Brian Norman fight with Jerron Ennis with the power that Brian Norman carries. That'll be a good matchup. Both of them will stay in the pocket. That'll be a good matchup. I would like to see that. But we need to make sure Jerron Ennis is healthy because I wouldn't want, a Georgia fighter to be on the highlight reel again and squatting down over there while Jerron Ennis is face down on the canvas. Dos, tres, cuatro, siete, ocho.
Of his career, he'd be much more switched on against the fighters that carry more danger. But a good fight tonight, a cracker compared to the first fight. And I think that was his focus. And sometimes when you're focused on trying to make it entertaining and try and get a stoppage only, going to take too many shots, which he did tonight. And he can't afford to take shots like that against better opposition. I don't think he will, but I think they're going to be more keen to fight him now.
Smart.
Definitely some good fight.
Smart. But I will say this. Can I ask y'all a favor? I need a favor. I need a super chat that consists of spit buckets. We need to gather all the spit buckets and throw these motherfucking excuses that we just heard of this post-fight in those nasty, grimy, slimy spit buckets. I need donated spit buckets. Jerron is making excuses. He's old now. Oh, I'm getting old now. I ain't never heard Tank say that shit. I ain't never heard any Crawford say that shit, except when he said, hey, I don't want to stay in the sport but this long. But this dude come off performance, and all I'm hearing is him make points to basically validate his underwhelming physical performance, like the strength wise, the domination, him getting in there, making it look easy. Now he's saying it was because of 154. He wasn't at 154. He was at 147. But yet, if it's a champion at 147, he'll stay here again, even though him and Eddie has been tag teaming, serving volleys on excuses for Ennis. They want to talk about the opponent that was a mandatory and the reason why he looked the way he did, because he couldn't get up for the fight. Some of these fights he can't get up. Man, all the fucking excuses. God damn.
Fights at 47, unification fights. We mentioned Virgil Ortiz, and those two guys have been circling each other for the better part of the last 3 or 4 years. Virgil now at 154, does have an interim title at 154. What are you hearing about the possibility that fight could happen?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to His Excellency. You've seen it on the 5v5 with Oscar de la Blanca. And, I think that it's really a case of just making the fight. I'm sure I'll get a phone call in the next 10, 15 minutes to confirm the fight. We're ready to go for February 22nd. you know, the plan was to fight Karen and unify. But like I said, it's getting tight there at 47. And we've got to probably move to 54. If we do, Boots against Virgil Ortiz is one of the best fights in the sport.
You're going to wind up on Clapback Thursday for that.
Oh, always. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, how can that be the best fight if you're already having weight issues? You're not feeling well. You're not optimizing your stay at 147 pounds. With your next fight potentially will be a big name opponent, right? So we was thinking, you know, that Eddie said earlier in the post fight to unify. Why would you fight Virgil Ortiz and Virgil has no title at freaking 147 pounds? Why Virgil Ortiz? What happened to Brian Norman Jr.? Y'all don't want to fuck with them no more. They still injured. What about Baranchik? What about Mario Barrios? You know, you have two other sanctioned bodies. You want to fight Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz is absent of a belt.
I'm going to look forward to it.
Appreciate it, Eddie.
Cheers.
He's absent of a belt, yo. Believe me when I tell you. Let me get over here to the chat, see what everybody got to say. And I can't go one by one. I'm just going to skim through this. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I see you. I'm going to skip through. I see you, Easy Work. What's good? OG Golden on deck. Boots should have had a point taken away for all them low blows he was hitting Karen. Yeah, he did it again. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mention it because it seemed not to affect, you know, Korean like it affected Avanesian. So I just let it be. Because, you know, truth be told, Korean might have had a double titanium cup on because they didn't want their goddamn his testicles to be sitting right below his pectoralis nipples. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want, you know, shit to be feeling funny. You know what I'm saying? Be like, God damn, what happened? Shout out to Christopher White in the building. I see you, big dog. What's good with you? Jay in the building. Bro, boxing is so animated and BS now. I hate it. Hard to make a video for me. Yeah. I don't, you know, that's why my schedule is, you know, pretty much based off looking at other promotions. I tell people this all the time, but I'm not here to basically rally the troops. I'm not, you know, boxing is what it is, man. It's a lot of changes is going on in the sport, but this right here for Boots though, I wanted him to just go in there and stun on this guy so we can set up a 2025 fight. On the 2025 fight, I wasn't looking forward to Virgil Ortiz. I mean, I got all the Virgil Ortiz I need, you know, when he fought Bullchuck. That's all I need right now. But for Ennis, in order for him to, you know, elevate his FICO score in boxing with 33 victories, they're still waiting on you to fight that opponent. They still waiting on you to fight that opponent, bro. 33 victories. Long live Sergey Lipinets at 140. Long live him. Who is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do next? Yeah, they spent all that time snatching the belt from Crawford last year, and you haven't did anything with it. Ain't nobody that's another champion in the weight in your weight division have did anything. Y'all haven't did shit, bro. What's going on with it, Mike? Boost will be knocked out before his career is over. Hey, it's a possibility the way he was getting caught with those shots, man. You know, I want to see him fight somebody like Madrimov. You know, I want to see him fight a quality opponent. Virgil Ortiz, you know, he has chin issues. Does Ennis have enough power to expose those once again in their fight? I want him to fight somebody that don't have chin issues. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty strong. You know what I'm saying? That's difficult. Madrimov is very difficult. Great footwork. That's what I want to see. Boots don't have his way with those fighters with great footwork and know how to put their punch sets together. He don't have a pleasant time with that, y'all. Top tier versus B level. We know who is B level. Hey, all the excuses, you just can't get up. That's what Boots said. You just can't get up. So all this time he been bullshitting us with, oh, it's over. I'm stepping on it. In and out like a robbery. But you was in there for 12 motherfucking rounds. Nobody got shot. You said in and out like a robbery. What did you? First of all, let me ask you this question. What did you rob? What did you rob? You was in there for 12 freaking rounds. 36 minutes. You was in that bitch, and then nobody come out with no goddamn bullet holes in them or nothing. No bag of money or nothing. Nigga, you tripping. If Korean had any power, we would have he would have stopped Boots. It's highly possible, bro. It's highly possible. If he could have been consistent with landing those power shots, oh, it would have been different. It would have been interesting. Boots got exposed the last fight with him. Yeah, he got exposed for supposedly what was his reasoning? He didn't want to come to fight. That's what Boots said. Oh, Korean didn't want to come to fight last time, right? So we agreed with him. Korean did run a lot, this, that, and the other. But in the 12th round, Korean started landing some punches like he was doing tonight. So I said, all right, he had that. But this time around, with everything, with missing the failing to win the purse bid, paying him extra money. When I saw him walk into the arena yesterday, and that dude was greased up already. He was just getting to the arena. I said, I don't know, man. I don't see this going early. I don't see it. Like I was asking that it go 5 or less because of the situation with Avanesian. Show that you can get him up out of there. And he couldn't get him up out of there, yo. He couldn't get that man up out of there. He couldn't get Korean up out of there. Real talk. And now it's 47. It's 47, y'all. I mean, Ennis came up with damn near 10 excuses for this fight on why he didn't perform. It's 47. You know what I'm saying? Go to 54. If the champions, before he was talking about the champions don't want to fight him, not doing what his corner told him to do. It was just so many excuses with him. Just giving us all the goddamn ammo we need to goddamn blast his ass out the water this week when it comes to boxing talk as to why you should never mention Crawford's name again, period. Hey, when you try to be a weight bully like that, check this out. He's holding the IBF title. Why? If you knew you was a big, because they used to say Boots was semi like the boogeyman, right? If you was holding that weight, cutting down from that weight, and you're a big 47 pounder, why would you do that with the IBF and they have that damn clause? They have that rehydration clause. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that if it's affecting you? Why? If it's affecting you right now, why would you keep the belt? You might need to vacate the belt and get the hell on, because the IBF do shit different. And a lot of boxers are finding out. Richards and Hitchens is about to go in there and fight Liam Paro, and he has to go through that weight, rehydration clause. So let's see how it affects him. Let's mention this right here. This is sad. Fans are pathetic. He had a stellar performance. Y'all already throwing him away. Terrence Crawford didn't look good in his last fight. Hey, he didn't look like Boots, did he? He didn't look like Boots. And listen, boxing talk. Look, it's certain things I'm going to elucidate for you, right? Boxing talk can be pathetic at certain points because you have people that understand the criticism that is given and others that never want to criticize. They just want to be a sheep and follow along. And in this particular case, nobody was trying to see Corinne. So it came back again on the mandatory, right? And we found out he was fighting him. We gave him the BOD, the benefit of the doubt, to check him out. And we did. And if he's making excuses, you cannot transfer over here and say that it's pathetic for us to speak on it. If he's giving excuses, oh, it's 54 right now. 54, man. I can't. I got to go to 54 right now. So basically what he's saying, 54, he needs to go up a weight class because, this is not it no more. But yet ask if he has the opportunity to unify with the champions at 54, will he do it? And then he said, yeah, if it's a big name. And then he turned around and say, well, sometimes you can't get up for a big name, but he thanked the Philly crowd for showing up and supporting him without the big name, right? So that was a plus. He did it without fighting a big name opponent. But then turn around and say, it's kind of difficult for me to get up for these mediocre fighters that take me to the distance. So he's blaming all the tools that he's supposed to have. I mean, the threat level of Geuvara Ennis is supposed to be at its highest point. And he's saying, oh, man, it's just the level of competition. You fight to the level of your competition. That's all that is. No, man, you need to come back. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't a live stream to compare Terrence, last performance to Boots. All I was saying is that he shouldn't summons Terrence Crawford's name anymore. And I'm glad he didn't say that at the end of the post-fight interview because he needs to just work on some things and fight a common opponent of Crawford or something. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to be putting him in the conversation to fight Crawford ASAP. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know that, sir. Just be calm. It's Sunday already, and in several hours. I don't know if you are attending church, but just relax. This is called constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Hot grease. Yeah, all that. You get the whole jumbo pot, a jambalaya over in this motherfucker when you on the YTC. You might be new here, or you might be faking it under a different account. Shout out to Zimmerman on deck. What's good? Jessica, the boxing queen, on deck. What's good? She said, how was that a stellar performance? Hey, some people are blind. See no evil, but I speak goddamn evil. That's what they do. They come over here with their hands over their eyes, but their mouth running. Shout out to Big Bunsen Boxing with the $2 super chat on deck. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate them spit buckets, man. We need spit buckets on deck for all Geuvara Ennis's fucking excuses. We need to stuff them motherfuckers all down there, saturated with all the sweat, spit, goddamn musk. You know what I'm saying? Dirty rainwater, all that shit. Toilet water. We need to get all the spit buckets and put them excuses in there. Because he's trying to say, well, you fight to the level of your competition. No, Ennis, come on, big dog. Man, you know how many black fight fans are really looking for you to take that next step? Do you know? It takes more than having a cool name right now, bro. It takes more than just people saying boots, boots, boots. But you have to understand, you said that you're 27 years old right now. You gave so many excuses as if you about to retire from the fucking sport. I'm 27 years old right now. And maybe 54, maybe where I need to go. Sometimes these opponents that just not on your level, it's hard for you to get up for. I was just doing what I wanted to do. I wasn't listening to, what they were saying in my corner. My mistake, I mean, goddamn, dude. This is your second time facing him. And you up here giving motherfucking excuses. We got them spit buckets for you there, Ennis. That's all I say. Got them spit buckets for you. Real talk. Let me speaking of Crawford, let me bring this tweet up to Crawford. Because Crawford probably watching him getting lit the fuck up. If anybody know about, receiving the negative criticism, it would be Crawford. You know what I'm saying? It would definitely be Crawford because they love using him as the easy target. But let me pull up this tweet right quick. Okay. But if y'all can do me a favor, help these bootlacers help them understand that it's boxing, and boxing is always going to be having conversations of inclement weather. It's not too much sunshine. It might be semi-sunny outside, but it's always going to be some inclement weather when you're talking about boxing talk. But check this out right here. Terrence Crawford released this to make y'all feel better a little bit. Terrence Crawford put this out here recently, tonight. Okay? Because he know Boots didn't put out a good performance. But Crawford's going to be the professional about it. And, that's just the way he is. Do all the criticism he has been through in his boxing, he's going to take a different road because he didn't have the fight today. He ain't going to make it about him. It's all good. They was leaving at the top of the 12th. Damn. So Crawford said this at Geuvara Ennis. I did see the fight, but I heard about it. Stay focused and keep working on your craft. Every night, not going to be the same. Never get too comfortable in this game. If you're trying to get to the mecca of the sport, stay on your mission because all it takes is one slip up. And that is from the pound for pound best, Terrence Bud Crawford, the Omaha Monster. Hey, take that advice there, Geuvara Ennis. Take that advice. Even Crawford can send out kind words, well wishes after you stole his fucking belt. Even he can be in the Christmas spirit and send you a text. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Blunts. Even he can send you some Merry Mary. You know what I'm saying? Some X-Mays, some holiday spirit. Extending the olive branch. Imagine that, y'all. Imagine that. Who would have thought Crawford would have sent some freaking, well wishes out there? I don't know how long that was, but I don't know if he saw this thumbnail and decided to put it out there, because I'm like, don't ever say Crawford name. Not after that performance. Don't ever mention his name. You don't need to mention his name, big dog. You need to stay right on here and boost up that FICO score and get it done. That's what you need to do. Period. That needle is not going to move out of there if you keep on having performance like that. Seriously. The crowd walked out on him. See, I thought, Philly was standing up. I thought they was going to stay there to the end. You know what I'm saying? I thought Philly was going to stay there to the end, bro. That's Philly we talking. Crawford already used all of the cornmeal on Spence. Now they're trying to give him. I already used all the cornmeal on Spence. Now they trying to give him South to Surf Senior. What's good? Bud already used all the cornmeal on Spence. Now they're trying to give him some Timberlands. Hey, get that other guy up there, John Boxing. Somebody get him a spit bucket and so he can throw, first of all, 2 tiers in the bucket. Make sure you cry in the bucket first. You know what I'm saying? Because recycling water is everything, even when it's with spit and sweat and all that. And you can go over there and try to find some of those excuses Ennis was given, put it in the spit bucket. Yeah, and just make your own cocktail with it. That's all. I'm pretty sure you will basically have some warrior spirit in you after you mix all that shit together and have a nice little smoothie. You know what I'm saying? A spit bucket smoothie. I know that sounds delicious, don't it? Especially if the people come over here hating. Come on, man. Yeah, they licking their chops because they think easy is. I mean, Ennis is easy work, and I'm not saying he's easy work. I'm not saying Ennis a bum, but to Corinne is basically a name that no one was stamping that's supposed to be on your level. No one came in there saying this is a 50-50 fight. Nobody was saying it was a 50-50. It was a wrap. No way. Hey, not everybody can do what Terrence did, going up weight classes and fighting champs. But hey, when Boots move up there, please fight a champ. You can't have that many fights. 33 professional wins, if I'm correct. 33 professional wins, and you can't move up a division and have a title fight right away. Right away. My stance has been the same since day one. Bud will destroy this dude. He get frustrated like a child, and his IQ is not there. Period. Damn. I got a lot. I mean, I can't lie. He made some sense with this. I can't lie, because it does seem like he just get frustrated and start complaining to the ref, and then he become the nutcracker. You know what I'm saying? And then he just loses focus, bro. Like his IQ. You know what I'm saying? His IQ remind me is looking through a kaleidoscope. Like it's your IQ. It says IQ on it, but you look through it and you're like, I really can't figure this shit out. I see colors, different colors. Oh, shit, what am I looking at? I mean, he give me the kaleidoscope IQ. Those of you that know what that is, he gives me that. I can't say a puzzle, because at least the puzzle you can see partial picture depending on how. I mean, where you start the puzzle at for it to take shape. But Ennis just be going in there freestyling, man. He said he was gonna step on him. You know my motto, in and out like a Robbie. My motto, in and out of Robbie. I'm going in and out of Robbie. Like, nigga, how? How are you gonna rob anything, bro? You just go in there doing crazy shit. Yeah, Bam stole the show. What did I say? They got mad because I said Bam should be the main event. And they thought I was lying? Come on now. They thought I was lying? Bam on the pound for pound list. Jerron Ennis isn't. I understand it's your hometown, but Bam is on the pound for pound list, big dog. Bam is on the pound for pound list, and he's a bad dude. His opponent tonight has never been knocked out. And Bam did it in 3 rounds or something like that. Man, please. I told y'all, they better not pan out there after Bam get out that ring, because them motherfuckers in the parking lot pressing the gas. Gone. I'll catch that motherfucker on ESPN or goddamn, some of these other YouTube channels is going to talk about. That's when I'm going to catch it. Fuck that. I'm not staying here another day. Yeah, yeah. Boots went the distance, as y'all know. Boots went the distance, and a lot of people saying it was a superb performance because they don't want to accept the fact that certain boxing fans, they expect, they're semi, like supporting, wishing good for this person. Hey, I want you to have a great performance because we want to see a fight of unification status at 147 pounds. We want to see you start to really get into the mix. No, got too many excuses. Eddie's making excuses for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody making excuses for Boots that's around there. But when they get criticized on here, they try to make it seem like it's something's just malicious to no end. This is not malicious on me. I just feel I was expecting you to get him up out of there. And when you earn the knockdown, because you and Bam both earned one knockdown. But the one thing about it, Bam, he found a beautiful way to shift stances and send that right uppercut. It was beautiful. But your IQ, you and Bam's IQ ain't on the same level. It's not, bro. I know that sounds hurtful, but it doesn't have anything to do with the weight classes. It has everything to do with what you know and don't know in the sport of boxing. And Bam IQ is better than freaking Jerron Ennis. And Ennis, I think he will perform better at 154. I told y'all months ago that this dude, you can't see it from his beard, but he may be having a little bit tougher weight cut than we think. And then that's why he can't go in there and blast out. He go to 54 and he's still having the same problems. That's his body. That's his strength and condition. Overtraining, undertraining, whatever the case. He may need a better strength and conditioning coach. Who knows? Who knows, yo? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I got to bounce. I definitely got to bounce. I'll be on here tomorrow, y'all. I just want to do a post-fight reaction. I'm at my hour. Big salute to the hottest chat in the MF and game. And those who support, hit your like button on your way out. I appreciate you. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.